Oh hello, this is Tak Chung from Walk with Tak. Welcome to my YouTube channel. If you enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe and share. Please feel free to write to walkwithtak@gmail.com if you have any question regarding to this video or any other videos that I've posted in the past. If you have any videos that you would like me to make, please let me know. I'm looking forward to hearing from you. This video is a good example that I respond to one of the viewers, and she wrote to me a couple of days ago. She asked me, how about using fruit in stir fry? So last night I cooked a dish. I used pineapple as well as strawberry in my salmon stir fry with broccoli and mushroom. And it turned out that I actually love fruit in stir frying, and I particularly enjoy pineapples. I always have fresh pineapple on hand because they come in very handy for different purposes. So for this video, I'm going to stir fry some salmon with pineapple, but I also added strawberry. I'm going to explain to you why and the rationale, as well as how I decided to include this fruit in my stir frying. This dish is I'm going to stir fry some salmon. My wife loves salmon and we have salmon quite often. Now one thing I do is that when I stir fry salmon, I cut them up into small pieces. And the reason for that is that you have much better control of each pieces of how much you want to stir fry them. And if you stir fry salmon, obviously you cannot stir fry them in a whole piece. And cutting them into smaller pieces also have another important advantage. It's because you can cook them much faster as compared to the entire piece. Another great advantage of stir-frying salmon in small pieces is that sometimes salmon come in different thickness, and in this case, you can control the doneness of each individual pieces. Now, one thing I stir-fry salmon is that I always stir-fry the salmon by using what I call shallow frying. It's basically just pan frying, and I always put the skin side down first. When I use this method, I will char the skins and create a crispy texture. It will also dry out most of the oil underneath the skin, and it turned out that it will make the skin nice and crispy. And my wife really enjoyed this approach. Now in this cooked dish, I'm also going to include some bacon. Because while I'm frying the salmon, I decided I might as well fry some bacon as well. I only use just a few pieces of bacon. In here, probably less than half strip of bacon. My wife, again, she loves bacon. And this just added a little bit more flavor to the salmon. And the end result is that I use the bacon as a condiment rather than as the main ingredients in frying the salmon. The bacon actually takes about the same time to fry as the salmon. At this point, I have turned down the heat because the charring is pretty much done, so I don't need to have the same amount of heat. Now I turn the salmon over. As you can see, the skin of the salmon look pretty nice char. Again, you can char them as much as you would like to, depending on how much you like the crispiness of the skin. And at the same time, I'm going to turn the bacon over as well. And as you can see that both the salmon and the bacon cook pretty much at the same rate. So this way you can really have great flavor, but you can save your time cooking them together. Next, I add some fresh minced garlic. Now the garlic actually will work very well. By adding them later to the dish, it actually will preserve the flavor of the garlic. I discovered one thing about the garlic is that they work extremely well with broccoli. If you ever had garlic that fry with broccoli, you will find the broccoli would take on flavor that is truly amazing, and you have to give that a try. And the next step is to add the mushroom. This is portobello mushroom that I cut in thin slices. The mushroom turned out to be really important in this case because during the process of frying the salmon, the oil will release from the salmon. And if you do not add the mushroom, the salmon will taste oily. However, mushroom has unique characteristics that it tends to absorb the oil. And this actually makes the mushroom taste delicious. And at the same time, you are able to recapture the oil released from the salmon because the oil from the salmon is high in omega-3 fatty acid, which has great nutritional value. At this point, I try to make sure I do not disturb the salmon until the other side of the salmon are properly fried and sealed. And you can tell that is that when that happens, the salmon can be easily moved from its position. If it still sticks to the bottom of the wok, you try not to move it, because otherwise you're going to tear the salmon apart. As you can see, I gradually test each piece of the salmon and make sure that they are able to free from the bottom of the wok. As you can see, when it is properly sealed, you can see the color just change on the surface of the salmon. This gives the salmon great flavor because of the crispy texture that results from this process. Now, by this time, the salmon is free and they are pretty much, I would say, 80 to 90% cooked. And of course, you do not want to overcook the salmon. So I switch to my wok spatula and I gently stir fry everything together. Now, you do not want to stirring too rigorously because you want the salmon to stay in one piece, and this will give much better flavor and provide you a greater culinary experience. Okay, the dish cooked very quickly. All I need to do now is to stir and mix everything together. By this time, I actually pretty much turn off the heat. Now, with a electric range, even I turn off the heat will still exist. Now, for a gas, you might want to just turn it down to low. So this way, you can finish cooking all the ingredients. Now, in this case, the broccoli probably will be on the crunchy side. If you like broccoli to be really soft, then you might want to pre-cook the broccoli, such as microwave them in the oven or blanch them. But for me, this is good. Next, I add some Shaoxing cooking wine, just a small amount to add flavor to all the ingredients. The last step is that to stir fry everything together, and I'm going to flavor it with a small amount of oyster sauce. Again, this dish is going to be very nicely rich in flavor. In fact, you probably don't need to use any oyster sauce, but for me, a little bit oyster sauce add to it, and you can give it a try. And I call this flavor chasing. By adjusting the flavor as you cook, you will be able to achieve the flavor you want. And each time when you do this, you will learn something about how flavor is going to be constructed to the way how you like it. This dish is very fast to cook, and you will be surprised how great the flavor that are produced from the salmon and the bacon in creating an exceptional flavor both for the mushroom as well as for the broccoli. The minced garlic add a tremendous flavor to broccoli, and I really enjoy that. And you have to use fresh minced garlic to achieve this goal. This dish is very fast to cook. A total cook time is only about 7 to 8 minutes. Now, I have a lot of people come visit me and either have cooking class with me or I have a dinner party with them. Almost everybody enjoy the salmon. Everybody walk away and feel that this is probably the best salmon that they have ever had. Last but not the least, I'm going to garnish the dish with some scallion. Okay, the final step is where the fruit comes in. Now, the best way to add the fruit is to add it way at the end, and this will give you nice flavor of the fruit, but the fruit will pick up the sauce from the dish, and it will give a wonderful flavor. So I'm going to first start out with some pineapples. I just add the pineapple right above the dish. Now, the alternative is that you can add the pineapple and mix it with the dish in the wok before you serve it on the plate. Either way will work. And the final step, after I add the pineapple, I happen to have some strawberry on hand. So I'm going to just cut up a few pieces of strawberry and add on top of it. Now, you ask the question is that, why don't you stir fry everything together? Yes, you can do that too. But I like the fresh flavor of the vegetables while I combine it and enjoy the culinary experience eating with the broccoli as well as the mushroom and of course the salmon and bacon as well. I think the most important thing I noticed that the best flavor of any dish is the contrast. The contrast you can create between different ingredients, both in terms of flavor that is sweetness versus flavor that is maybe savory, and the contrast provide excellent culinary experience. And because of this reason, I always have fresh pineapple and fresh strawberry on hand. I eat them the way as it is, and I can also use them in my stir-fry dishes. I post a video each day to help you to make home cooking as part of your daily routine because I truly believe in that you are what you eat, and let food be thy medicine. If you eat well, you will have good health, and to avoid fast and ultra-processed food is absolutely essential. So hopefully you find this video useful and you would like to learn more about my fast cooking system. In this case, please subscribe to this YouTube channel. So keep on cooking. I will see you tomorrow.